listeners, welcome along. The webcam is going, so this can be made into YouTube. Chris has been telling us on Facebook as well, on the BrumJam Radio Facebook page, that they have even had contact with Australia during the Jamboree. But I'm going to ask you the real awkward question, Chris. You have Essex going on, you have Charnwood going on, you have about 3 or 4 jamborees going on across England. What makes BrumJam the best?
I think it's being live on the site here at Blackwell. It gives us all the activities here. So usually the larger jamborees, they're on a greenfield site, and they have to provide all their activities. They have to bring them on. We've got a lot of high ropes activities, climbing walls and so forth, all here already, plus the ones we brought on. And being a smaller camp as well, you can just walk from one side to the other within about 10 minutes. It's really nice, close-knit community feel. It's bigger than 4 years ago. We've got the 4 sub-camps now rather than the 3 before, each being about 500 in size. And I think that the kids really get to know each other a lot better. We can fit everyone all in the main arena, and it's a really nice feel, and yet a huge jamboree at the same time. We don't want to lose that by growing.
How many have you got on campsite at the moment?
There's 1,500 scouts on site, plus 400 staff, and then day visitors, obviously, as well.
Yeah, so, and what age are you taking them from? Are you taking Cub Scouts as well?
Well, we actually have a creche on site as well. So there's
creche
even
on site. That's awesome.
Yes. So there's kids from, well, they were toddling around. They're like under 1, I think. One of them is, and all the way up. So the camp organizer, one of them anyway, his child's here, his baby, crying in the room next door while we're on air quite often.
It sounds like pirate radio gone wrong all over again.
It's definitely gone wrong.
Yeah, it sounds brilliant. And I'm sure he can be integrated into one of your radio programs.
Yeah.
So, what type of activities have you got going on at BrumJam?
Well, there's quite a lot. Obviously, as I said, there's on-site ones, but we've also got the Alton Towers Day. So there's kids going off to Alton Towers every day, 500 at a time, filling up most of the site. So 3 days, obviously, to rotate through all of them. And the coach is going off there every day. There's a walking coach that goes down to the second campsite that's affiliated with Blackwell, which is where we're camping. That's Pike's Pool, where they have It's a Knockout going on. And they're also busing 250 a day to Edgbaston Reservoir, where they're doing on water. There's no water activities here, so to get full scouting activities done, they're off to Pike's Pool. Sorry, not Pike's Pool, Edgbaston Reservoir. So it's all go in the mornings with coaches, to be honest.
And you're doing the drive time program pretty much on BrumJam with one of your co-hosts. How are you finding it?
It's incredibly busy. We've got a window out to the 3G swing, so that gets mentioned quite a lot on the radio. And there's so many people coming up to the window doing requests, wanting to shout out to their groups, birthday messages, so on and so forth. It's a really great atmosphere, great site, and we've got speakers outside so people can listen along. There's radios being distributed across the site for those that don't have FM radios anymore, and of course there's wireless as well in core places where people can pick it up on their phones. Including the site shop. So the shop here run by the staff, we let them know there was a radio station. They're very excited about it. They've got it playing on in their little Bluetooth speaker.
That's awesome. Now, of course, you are on FM. How far can people hear you in Birmingham?
Well, it's the first time we've done a radio station here. In fact, it's the first time I've done a radio station at all. So we're only going on 1 watt transmitter. We thought we'll go for the cheapest license. Start off there, see how it goes. But we've been told that we can be picked up down at the M42, so about 3 miles away. So we've got plenty of range, considering we only wanted to actually transmit across the site here. So we've got the chip shop down the road in Barnt Green listening to us on their radio every evening. And
good plug there. If you want a free bag of chips now tomorrow morning, you can go down to the chipper and say, yeah, well, we plugged you on internet radio as well, so we want a free bag of chips.
Yeah, so it's certainly been a lot going on all around site all the time.
How much sleep have you had, Chris, in the past 5 or 6 days?
Very, very little. I'm the only. I'm literally the only technician on this radio station. We were hoping for our friend Mike from Avon Scout Radio to be here, but unfortunately he had some medical issues, so he wasn't available.
Okay.
But so it's yeah, he's getting better now. He was here on yesterday, I think, and helped us out. He's shown us how to do live streaming on Facebook and got us up to 100 likes on Facebook and given us a load of information about how to promote ourselves. So I think we've invaluable resource there, and hopefully get some more listeners as well. Just as we're closing down.
Just as you're closing down. But the great thing is, linking up with BrumJam Radio and Scouting Radio, people don't always forget there is a station here that does it 365 days a year.
24/7. Yeah.
We would love to hear post messages from Scouts after they recover, after they've had a sleep, and even the parents telling us how they love to have their little darlings back, and would you take them away for another week because they had peace and quiet, but it sounds a great camp. I was just earlier on Scouting Radio, we were talking and we had the live stream for the next World Jamboree with Canada, Mexico and North America.
The American Jamboree, that one.
Yeah. Yes, at the summit. And they didn't mention that they have a little creche for all the youngsters. So take note. That could be something the logistics team could put into the next World Jamboree. I think that'd be brilliant.
I think it's a really good touch. Everyone we tell about it thinks that it's great. We didn't have it in the first BrumJam 4 years ago, but I think it was mainly down to organisers having young children of their own. The idea came about, and I think it should take off really, getting pre-scouts on camp before they're even invested.
And now, is the Jamboree growing year on year? Now, it's every 4 years. I know a lot of Jamborees got held up because of the London Olympics and so much going on with the Olympic Games a couple of years ago. It seems like everyone's trying to get back into the Jamboree spirit, and of course 2016 being the 100th year of Cub Scouts as well. So you have a lot of centenary things going on as well at the Jamboree too.
Well, we haven't actually had time to do centenary stuff. We've been too busy with the around the world theme that we've been doing. We're trying to make sure that all the different continents are covered, going around the different activities. We have contingents from around the world here. We've got a Kenyan contingent entertaining everyone with dancing all the time. They're always up for a bit of singing and dancing. A lot of Irish, a lot of Scottish. There's a couple of Welsh groups here as well. And we had a Ceilidh the other night, and the Scottish contingent there were actually taking over and telling people what to do, because the Ceilidh band weren't 100% sure how to explain one of the dances.
Oh yes, well that always happens, and it sounds like great fun as well. So when I'm guessing you covered the whole closing ceremony live on BrumJam Radio as well.
We will be, yes. So tomorrow is the closing ceremony, and that'll be live on the radio.
And then what happens next, Chris? What do you do when you go back from the campsite? I'm guessing catch up on your sleep. You don't have to take down all this equipment, do you?
I do. It took me a whole 3 days to load it in. I've got half a day to load it out. So hopefully, should all just wrap up and go away and back into my car. All came in a little Golf. So yeah, get a whole radio station in there.
Well, Chris, we will talk offline. We will send over some Scouting Radio badges, and I do want to add the BrumJam Radio badge to our little board at the back here. It's growing in size. This notice board is sort of going over this way with all the neckers, and there's a couple more around the walls that you can't see at the moment. But it's been great talking to you. I hope you enjoyed the rest of BrumJam. Try and get some sleep as well this afternoon. I know you have some special guests lined up that you have to try and interview later on.
Yeah, just having dinner at the moment. He's tweeted me.
Okay, well enjoy that, and we'll talk again soon.
Okay, great. Thanks.